Zach, you trust the dock you're standing on, right? Like, you just walk onto a boat. No second thought? Yeah, that's what 844 people thought too. July 24th, 1915. Chicago. The morning air smells like lake water and cheap cologne. Thousands of Western Electric factory workers are lined up along the Chicago River, giddy, buzzing, dressed in their Sunday best on a Thursday morning. It's the company picnic, the biggest day of the year. Kids tugging at their mother's skirts, men laughing too loud. Everyone staring at the same thing, the SS Eastland, a gleaming white passenger steamer sitting right there at the dock. 5 decks, steel hull. Looks like a floating palace.
And it's their ride to the other side of Lake Michigan for a day of potato sack races and cold lemonade. Nobody is afraid. Why would they be? The boat is literally touching the dock. The water beneath it, 20 feet deep. You could stand in it, but here's what nobody on that dock knows. The Eastland has a secret. She's sick. She's been sick for years. Engineers had flagged her as dangerously top-heavy since 1904. She listed, she swayed, she made seasoned sailors nervous. But she kept getting her inspection stamped. She kept carrying passengers because she made money. And money has a way of making problems invisible. Then the Titanic sank, 1912. The whole world watched 1,500 people die because there weren't enough lifeboats. So Congress panicked. They passed the Seamen's Act of 1915, a new law demanding that every Great Lakes passenger ship carry enough lifeboats and life rafts for every single soul on board. Sounds heroic, sounds responsible, sounds like the kind of law that saves lives. But no one, not a single engineer, not a single politician, asked one critical question. What happens when you bolt 3 tons of additional lifeboats and rafts onto the top deck of a ship that's already too heavy on top? You don't get a safer ship. You get a time bomb with a boarding reel. July 24th, 7:10 in the morning. Passengers start flooding aboard. The Eastland begins to lean, slightly, almost imperceptibly. A 2-degree list to port. The ballast engineer sees it. He opens the starboard tanks to compensate. Water rushes in. The ship levels out. More passengers climb aboard. She leans again. He floods another tank. She corrects. It's a dance. A quiet, invisible tug of war between gravity and denial, happening beneath the feet of 2,500 laughing, oblivious human beings. 7:23. The lean hits 10 degrees. Dishes slide off tables below deck. Piano rolls across the salon floor. Some passengers laugh. They think it's funny. Others grab railings. A few start moving toward the high side of the ship. But the crowd is too thick. The aisles are packed shoulder to shoulder. And then, the water in the ballast tanks shifts. All of it. All at once. To one side. 7:28. The SS Eastland rolls completely onto her side. In the Chicago River, still tied to the dock, in 20 feet of water. No iceberg, no storm, no explosion. Just gravity, doing exactly what gravity does when you ignore it long enough. 844 people die. Not in the open ocean, not in a hurricane. In a river you could throw a baseball across. Families who were holding hands 10 seconds ago are now pinned under furniture in a flooded cabin that used to be a wall. Passengers on the top deck are thrown into the river on top of each other. Some are crushed between the hull and the dock. Children. 22 entire families erased, not a single member surviving. And the thing that killed them? Lifeboats. Safety equipment. The very thing designed to prevent another Titanic created a disaster worse than the Titanic itself. More passengers died on the Eastland than went down on the Titanic.
and almost nobody today has ever heard of it. That's the part that should keep you up tonight. Not just that it happened, but that the fix was the cause. That the people who wrote that law genuinely believed they were saving lives. That every engineer who bolted those extra rafts to the top deck thought they were doing the right thing. And nobody zoomed out far enough to see the whole picture tipping. You trust the systems around you. Building codes, bridge inspections, safety regulations. You trust them because you have to. But every single one of those systems was written by a person who might have been tired or rushed or convinced they already had the answer. The floor you're standing on right now was approved by someone. I just hope they were paying attention.